Well, I'm on my way to Ohio. I crossed quite the welcome. Crossed the border, and the I-90 was closed. Now, Waze said it was open, which makes it even more difficult when you're trying to tell a satellite that the road it's saying is open is not open. Makes it hard to navigate, and I think the major entrances to the I-90 are closed. I had to drive through the middle of Buffalo. I'm going to tell you one thing. When I talked about the storm the other day, and I mocked it, for being a generational storm. Well, it wasn't in Ontario. It wasn't. I don't think it really slowed us down at all in Ontario, other than have a storm day at the burn. But 34 people have died in Western New York. Definitely in New York is the numbers I have last. The Army is out here clearing the snow, helping people. I had to drive down side streets where there was snow over top of cars. You could see rear view mirrors sticking out. The place is just covered in snow, and now it's +5. I'm going to change that into American here. Hold on. +5 here in the States, which is 40 degrees. It's 40 degrees with feet of snow to melt and rain starting tomorrow, I believe. It's going to be messy, to say the least. So, it really was a bad storm here in Buffalo. I'm just glad I'm on the I-90 right now. Now, I hope when I get down to where it turns onto the I-90 Erie, it's open. I'm concerned it's not, and I don't have a lot of time. My GPS says I'm going to arrive in Ohio at 4:17. Post time for Hone the Tones qualifier is 4:30. So we'll see how this plays out in the next 3.3 miles. I'll know. So on to what I was making the video about. I can't believe how much snow is here. The sale coming up, the horses today. We trained the babies in Ontario today. Looking at the forecast, this will be the last training until next Wednesday, both here and Ohio. They couldn't even go in Ohio today. A couple of pipes had burst in the barn. Now, it's not like the barn is flooded, but a couple of the stalls were. So Jason and everybody is trying to mitigate that. Now, again, you're going to see the rain come tomorrow also in Ohio. It's going to be a bit of a wet one, I believe, even in Pennsylvania for Locatelli on Thursday. So hopefully somehow between these miserable showers and horrible weather, I can get raced, I would hope, would imagine. We'll see. But for now, everybody went well this morning. We went with the usual suspects. Today, there weren't any horses scratched, I don't believe. For any reason, James is cold. I guess he turned him in for a week. He's not going today. But everybody else went very, very well. I was happy with the ones I went with. Winter Bells was very strong again. Hallie in the Clouds was surprisingly, she's a big filly, so you kind of got to give her a break in December and January. And she was surprisingly very, very good. And then in the last one, the horse that really caught my eye was a Flashfly was good, trained good, but the horse that really caught my eye is the horse that continues to catch my eye, and that's Lonely Lakewood. He looked very, very good today training with Johnny. Amy, Easy in the Turns looked good today. I forget who else there was. There was a number of horses. Oh, George of the Jungle. Shane went with George of the Jungle. Shane Acton went with him today. He was good. I'm just getting some reports in from horses going to Mohawk that trained also. Apparently, Elise Patrick trained good. I didn't get it. I didn't get to see if it was better, the same, or just strong, or what it was, but they said he trained good. Matt's MVP was training today, as was White Tiger. Now, on Monday, it appears we made the right move, because on Monday, Locatelli wouldn't have been able to get in again. They would have had to... I think if he was here and I was really leaning on him, maybe they would have had a class for him. I don't know, but it turns out the only other horse... Oh, thank God, the I-90's open. The only other horse in the open type, preferred type horse right now that is in that category, in that position, is HP Mama B. She got mixed into a class with Looks Like Money, and White Tiger is in what you would consider, I guess, the backup class right now. Resolute Bay is the class below them, which is a good spot for him. And then Elise Patrick and Stay Close were both entered into race. The sale coming up on Friday. I had asked David Reed if he wanted to move it a week. There's just so many entries. The data input is going to go on well into the afternoon, maybe into the evening, which makes the turnaround 36 hours. It's going to be really hard to do, but as I said in a number of the videos, I'm doing the bundle videos right now. He's worried the bundles will crash his system because there has to be a place for each horse to kind of be explained. If you have 7 horses to explain, 7 horses to talk about, that's a problem. And the system may just say, no thanks, and completely crash when they go to, and I know that's their worry. This is a first for us, a first for them, and I think when David realized the magnitude of what we were expecting to pull off, 1, he felt a little time crunched, which he should, he is, and 2, a little frustrated because it's a lot. We're used to dealing with hundreds and hundreds of shares, but when you're dealing with whole horses, you aren't, and I think I gave him the option to push the sale back a week. He didn't take it because I think he wants to see it go off, see how it works out, see if there's some improvements to be made, because he's a smart guy. Down the road, fractional ownership is going to be a way forward. There's a lot of people messaging us now, finally, after years and years, asking about fractional ownership, how to start it up, and these are people on the western end of Canada, the eastern seaboard of the U.S., all over North America. We constantly still get a message or two from New Zealand or Australia. So hopefully the ball will start getting rolling with fractional ownership, and you want to be on the forefront of that. Really, the only 2 platforms to sell horses publicly right now are OnGate and the preferred platform. OnGate does not offer. It's easy to offer fractional shares, but unpacking those to people that are not fractional owners is not easy to do. And that's what I'm trying to do in a header video, explain to people that this is 1% of Locatelli or Patrick the Piranha or Lonely Lakewood or Hallie in the Clouds, anybody, and explain the horses. Now, I can't tout them because I don't know, so I have to be very tempered in my explanation of the horse, give some background, give some foresight of where we hope to see the horse going, where the horse is stabled, where it will train down, because that's different in many cases also. So a lot going on with what we're trying to achieve in a very short turnaround time. So the sale is suspect. It won't matter to us because we see this every day, but to the average person, the new person looking to get involved, maybe 36 hours isn't enough time. We're going to see. We're going to all see it unfold Friday starting at 3 p.m. I believe at noon, I believe. Friday at noon is when it's going to start, if I'm not mistaken, and there will literally be hundreds of lots to look at. Some bundles, I think if my math was right, 27 bundles. Now those are groupings of multiple shares of multiple horses. So you may see upwards of 7 horses in that one lot. You can see now where the complexity of what we're trying to do lies. So 27 bundles, I believe, and well over 100 single shares being offered. So it'll be cool for us, maybe a little bit to absorb for everybody else. And as I said, that offer, an invitation to postpone the sale even upwards of a week, is there and will remain there for David. But as of right now, the sale is going to go ahead as scheduled. Friday at noon, we're going to sell those horses. So as you know, I'm on my way right now over to Northfield Park. Home the Tone will qualify at 4. Says I'm going to be there at 4:15. That will probably change to 4:05 as I continue to drive along. So we'll be fine in that regard. And then tonight, HB Maestro left this morning. That's when he left to go to Ohio. So not perfect. Locatelli's on that truck. We'll get him over to the Meadows for tomorrow. But for tonight, we get HB Maestro racing. Dustin Hanover is also racing. Who's the third horse racing tonight? Stonebridge Ducati is racing tonight. So we got 1 to qualify, 3 to race. And then we also have horses to race tomorrow. And then tomorrow, for those of you who don't know, because you don't know yet, Adeline Hope McDonald. It's her 4th birthday. Really, the first birthday she understands what a birthday is. So I'm going to be home at 7:30. Maybe go get a little bite to eat with the kids. Have a birthday cake for Adeline, who is just starting what is going to be a real shitty birthday 4 days after Christmas. That's a tough one. I was a December 1st baby, so I didn't get it as bad, but December 29th, yeah, here's your wrapping paper. That's about it. So, But the first year that she knows what it is, and she's super excited. So I'll be home for that. Hopefully it'll be a good birthday for everybody. It'd be nice to have Locatelli and Grace race good. Locatelli's off 3 weeks, just shipping into the Meadows tomorrow. I have no idea what's going to happen, but we got to get this horse moving. Certainly not what I proposed. When I said, hey, that mile and 50 and 4 is going to be a breakout, you're going to see a different Locatelli now. That wasn't the worst thing that could happen, but it was really shitty to watch him sit there and not be able to race for 3 weeks. So at least we got him in to go. He's in the Open. I don't believe he would have been able to race on Monday anyway. So hopefully, I've given the race office at Mohawk. They asked. I said 2 weeks. He's going to race 2 starts likely at the Meadows. Hopefully do well for both of them. Get kicked out of the Meadows and come back to Ontario. And that's what I would hope. So I've given them 3 weeks from Monday to get their act together and to get the preferred to fill at Mohawk. So that's the plan for Locatelli. As I said, front and center right now is the sale. So I'm going to continue to do these bundles. I did want to talk to everybody about it. I did make a video yesterday. Keep an eye on exactly how you're listing the horses also. This is an auction format. So if you think the bundle that you put forward is worth, or the horse is worth X, it's not always beneficial to start the bidding at X. You want to start the bidding below and let it climb. And as I said, David's system does give you the option to put a max bid in, I believe. So, for instance, if you're selling a share of Grace, let's assume she wins tomorrow, and you say, okay, I think Grace is still worth $300 a share Canadian. It may be beneficial to start that bidding at $180 a share, but set your max bid at $290. That way, the first live bid is $300. At the same time, you entice people to bid on your horse. I noticed that there's a couple of bundles and a couple of horses there. The starting bid is kind of either at or higher than what the horse is probably worth, and it's unlikely that you're going to see a lot of action from that request. So, might be worth understanding also. And I just wanted to put it out there. Everybody's different. It's your horse, your money. You do what you want. But this is an auction, and it's better. It's more times beneficial to start those offers a little bit lower. So if you don't want to, that's perfectly fine. And it is very important that I continue to mention, you are policing your own shares. Stable.ca is not. So if you do list a horse and it sells for less than what you wanted, it's gone. And I can't reverse that. You can't call Wendy and say, can you reverse that? This is being sold on a public auction platform. It's gone, it's gone. So please understand, you are in charge of your horses. If you need help, or you need some questions answered, or you just want to double check and make sure everything is on the up and up and that you understand what you are expected to do and what you need to do, please send me a message, text me, call me, email me, or preferred, and they will help you get on the straight and narrow. So with that, I'll let you guys go. I hope you're having a great day. +5 and a ton of snow. I don't know how this place is going to look with rain coming, but man, they got walloped here in Buffalo. Jesus. Take care.